best, and things did not go their way Wednesday night, but they very well could here tonight because the Outrunners, let's be honest, they have been on the biggest media roll out of anybody. What is Jake Riley doing? Oh, he's got his shades.
Stupid.
This is a generational battle, gentlemen. It's like the 80s versus the 90s.
It's not the 80s. The Outrunners are the youngest men alive. They're younger than the other guys.
So what decade are they representing? Now?
Yeah.
Jace, I'm going to give you a tip. You know, this whole commentary thing, you got to get some specifics as to what the hell you're talking about because you sound like you are the angry old man yelling at the clouds.
Lamato, I don't need to get advice from you or anybody on commentary. I'm
Did
one
your
of the best
AARP
commentators
card
in the
come in the
world.
mail?
What?
Your AARP card.
I don't know what that is, Lamato. Don't question me about AARP.
I'm just impressed you can spell it, to be completely honest with you.
Lamato, don't get hot and ruffle feathers out here.
Exactly.
There's going to be feathers ruffled in the ring between the Outrunners and the Rad Boys. This is the Outrunners, their Ryse debut, correct?
Correct.
And obviously they have a size advantage. Obviously, I talk about the fact that they're on Ring of Honor television, they're on AEW television. When it comes to the scope of their name, I don't know that anybody else in this tournament can compare to what the Outrunners have done, to your point, Jace, over the past 3 to 6 months or so. But the Rad Boys have built themselves from the ground up, whether it's been in Altoona for Imagine, whether it's been here for Ryse Wrestling. We have seen the Rad Boys from just rookies grow and prosper, and that spark get lit that's made them cult phenomenons here in Ryse and everywhere they go. And one example of that is the incredible athleticism of Braden Elliott, who gets the arm drag takedown early, and he is pumped and he is energetic.
Listen, we talked about Bangin' Matthews getting a rough deal in the last match facing Money Shot. I would say that these guys, the Rad Boys, have the roughest deal facing the Outrunners. If they come out with this, I mean, I got the Outrunners.
Much like we talked about what a monumental moment it would have been if Bangin' Matthews had defeated Money Shot, and they nearly did, let's be honest about it. I think in a very similar vein, you look at the Outrunners coming in and defeat what I would consider the people's choice for best tag team in Ryse. The Rad Boys would be a major feather in their bleach blonde caps.
Yeah, nobody cares about what the people think usually, especially the Outrunners.
I have to ask, Joe. I would ask Jace, but I think I know his answer.
What is it?
Do you think the Rad Boys have a home field advantage, so to speak? Because to your point, the Outrunners were in the ring with Sting and Darby Allin 3 nights ago. That involves a lot of travel,
sure,
a lot of wear and tear. It may sound trivial, but I believe it could have an effect here.
Well, Rad Boys have the advantage regardless. You talk about home field advantage, home turf, because these fans have metaphorically, figuratively adopted the Rad Boys. They're one of their own. They accept them. And nobody here is accepting the Outrunners except for maybe Jace.
Yeah, of course I'm accepting the best team, maybe the best team in this tournament. Let me tell you something, though. There is amazing talent in this tournament. I didn't even realize. We got some of the best tag teams in the nation.
Without question. I mean, when you think about what this tournament meant a year ago and the level of competition, there were so many teams that took a swing and a miss last year, and there were so many teams that wanted in but were left out. I understand that there have been tag teams for basically the past 12 months or so that have wanted to carve their spot here, and Turbo Floyd had a major miscue courtesy of Braden Elliott, who's trying to turn things around, overpowered for a moment, but lands on his feet. Check this out. The atomic drop. Now, that's a move out of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, it sure is.
The knee to the hindquarters stunts the tailbone and sends it back into the spine.
Very well said, Joe. Very delicately said as well.
Doing the best.
That was beautiful. And you can see that they're getting very frustrated. I don't see this coming out well for the Rad Boys if these guys get angry, because they're big, they're jacked, and they're scared.
Well, sometimes when you're angry, you make mistakes. And sometimes when you're angry, you get off your game. And listen, I'm not going to take anything away from Magnum and Floyd, Louisville, Kentucky, Rip Rogers. I mean, they understand the fundamentals of this game better than maybe anybody else in this field, and I understand that's a big, big statement.
That is a huge statement, but you might be right. I mean, these guys just faced Sting, like you said, and Darby Allin. I mean, that doesn't come across all the time.
I don't think the Outrunners realize they're not safe out there.
Braden Elliott went to take a chance, and the Red Sea parts.
Too smart for the Rad Boys. Youngest men alive.
Do we have any confirmation on their ages, gentlemen?
Yeah, young.
Cut them open and count the rings. I'm not sure. I know they've been around the block a time or two. I believe Turbo Floyd is a 10-year pro, Truth a 15-year pro. Don't quote me on that. But the Rad Boys don't want to do math right now. They want to turn the tag tournament into their own personal Double Dare course, and the Outrunners are not succeeding.
The Outrunners are begging for mercy here. Oh, there's a trick all along.
Very proud of themselves. Joe, to your point earlier about OVW and Rip Rogers, Rip Rogers is a man that trained a Hall of Fame list of athletes.
Most of the athletes you've seen on TV in the past 15 to 20 years had Rip Rogers' knowledge touch them in some way, shape, or form. Rad Boys, stereo drop kicks nicely done. And obviously you look at the Outrunners, a time capsule. They are, I mean, my God, they are a number of different tag teams combined together from the past and present. The Rad Boys making a wish, I know that much. And the only thing to put them at ease, maybe the curly shuffle.
The curly shuffle. Wow.
Braden Elliott, look at figure
The
four.
spinning toe hold.
Oh, the spinning toe, maybe that too.
Oh, smart move there.
We're going 80s and 90s all around here. And oh, wait a minute, Braden had his left arm and elbow just wrenched across that ring post. And gentlemen, that's not a rounded post. There's steel edges that dig into the skin.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And it looks like the Rad Boys are starting to feel the pain of the Outrunners.
Outrunners, meticulous offense. And there's some of that Rip Rogers playbook, some of that traditional tag team offense. You pick apart a body part. There's no weakness on Braden Elliott's body. You create a weakness and you exploit it.
Exactly. It's simple wrestling. It's easy, but it's effective. That's the point. That's why people still do it.
And Jake Wiley all by his lonesome, and this is the part we see frustration come out of the Rad Boys camp. Braden is fighting with all he has, a valiant effort, and shot into the corner on Wiley, and there you see Truth Magnum from the outside, a handful of tights.
This could be the beginning of the end for the Rad Boys.
Outrunners are running the ring here from all sides. The Rad Boys,
they're just being physically overwhelmed right now.
To Ken only. You could speculate all you want about ages, but the Outrunners are wrestling like timeless veterans. And the Rad Boys are still young in their journeys. They can't compare to the years traveled the Outrunners have, and it's being exploited expertly by Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd.
They look to be really targeting those ribs right now.
Yep, Braden Elliott is having a rough time in there, and it's just getting worse. They're targeting that arm. Oh,
wait a minute! Elliott pulled Truth Magnum's arm in the way, and Turbo Floyd came down on his own man. Elliott's hurting. He's less than 100%, but still thinking on his feet as best he can.
And you notice he's trying to stay off of the canvas because that's where he can lose the matchup.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is when you've got the damage to that left arm, that leaves an entire side of your body exposed and prone for offense. Elliott can't fight out with his left hand. He needs his right to try to make a tag, and he's in the clutches. Oh, Floyd, wait a minute! Inside cradle! Inside cradle, though.
Oh.
That could have been the last gasp of hope. Wait a minute!
Shoulders down! Shoulders down!
Elliott going a little savage steamboat in that pinfall attempt.
That was nerve-wracking. This Braden Elliott has fight. He has heart, and you can't count him out ever. That's the thing about this kid.
Well, Money Shot counted Braden Elliott out. You counted Braden Elliott out.
Well,
Many people in the locker room counted Braden Elliott and Jake Wiley out, but they're still here. They're still fighting.
Up and over.
They're like cockroaches. They won't die.
Truth is reaching for a tag,
He
and
got it.
Turbo Floyd is in, and now was way off the mark there, aiming for the head of Elliott, but Elliott was out of the way after Truth kicked out.
And this hectic schedule could be getting to the Outrunners. We're seeing a few miscues here, a few mishaps that you do not normally associate with this tag team.
And there you see Elliott once again pulls the arm in the way. And Jim, I give full credit to that, to the quickness of Braden Elliott, to the resolve of the Rad Boys, and the fact that the Outrunners may have found a team even a little bit more colorful than them, and the Outrunners may completely disintegrate in front of our eyes.
You know, Jim, you made a good point with them traveling so much. I think it's getting to them. Oh, never mind.
Hug it out. But a hug won't win a tag team tournament, and Braden is inching closer to banging Jake Wiley. And Braden out of the way again.
Wow.
Once more, Braden Elliott. Defensive counters, elusive from everything. And reaching, inching for the tag. Here comes Jake Wiley.
Did he get him?
And Wiley's going to work. He's been aching for that tag. And again, the Outrunners are just off their game right now.
Schoolyard tricks work.
They really are off their game. I think they've hit each other more than the Rad Boys have hit them.
Don't mess with a 90s kid. We've seen some stuff.
He's not a 90s kid.
He's a Rad Boy.
He's 12 years old.
Cowabunga, dude.
You know, Jace, you remind me of the Roger Klotz of Ryse Wrestling. Figure that
Who
out.
is that?
Jake Wiley's tuning up the band. Oh, no. The 90s super kick with the 80s double team.
Oh, man.
And that could do it.
Sorry, Jake Wiley. I think it's a mistake here not going for the pin, though. What are the Outrunners doing?
We may have an injury here. I'm not sure.
I think well, Turbo's the legal man, and Turbo was a little bit rattled by that. And that moment could have been what kept Jake Wiley alive in this matchup. Turbo now has shaken the cobwebs and realized so close but so far away.
I think that was a pivotal turning point in this match. He needed to get that covered.
We're seeing the offensive assault from both teams really.
Jake can't kick out of two of these. Oh, and he won't have to. Braden the boost. Wiley the roll-up drives with the legs.
No.
Oh my God! The little tag team that could come to the bright lights of the Ryse Tag Tournament and survives the opening round against